How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. We're doing the roster update predictions for this Friday, June 30th. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. We're kind of middle of the season, which makes things really tricky with guys getting hot and cold. Which guys are going to get the upgrades, which ones don't. And for me personally, just looking at things, I don't feel overly confident. I'm just going to say it right off the bat. I don't feel overly confident to go out there and say, here's a slam dunk guy to go diamond this week. I think there's a couple guys that are kind of like, I think it's a risky buy, chance of going up. We're going to go over those. But nonetheless, sometimes you have those roster updates and you kind of have to sit tight, maybe be a little patient with things. But I want to talk about Corbin Carroll because clearly guy 2,600 people are thinking, okay, he's going to go diamond. I'm worried about him. Corbin Carroll is, no questions asked, in the MVP race this season. He's been an absolute stud. 23 stolen bases, 41 ribbies, 14 home runs, batting just under 300. But in the last 2 weeks, he's batting 192. Now, we have to remember how important that is. Roster updates every few weeks. 192. You're struggling at the plate. It's hard to justify him getting upgrades there. They could upgrade his defense. There is that, but I'm avoiding him. I'm worried about him because if he doesn't get the upgrade this time, his price will drop back down to okay, 1,200, 13, 1,400. It's like, then scoop him up. I think he's one of those guys you can pick up down the road, wait a little bit, and be in a much better shape there, if you will. Speaking of risk, we're going to go to the Cincinnati Reds. Now, the Reds, first of all, biased Reds fan. Just clear disclaimer here. But I do think there's something to be said. This team just went on a 12-game win streak, which, again, pretty much won every game there was to win between roster updates. And when you do that, SDS, you must believe, is going to go down that list and say, all right, who is tearing it up for this team? Who are we going to upgrade? Who are we going to downgrade? We've got to find guys. And I think Spencer Steer is that guy. 86 overall right now. Spencer Steer, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, batting 302 over the last couple weeks. He's got 14 home runs, or 12 home runs, I should say. 46 ribbies, batting 282 on the season. He's been really solid for the Cincinnati Reds, and he's been playing all over the place for the Cincinnati Reds, which I think, again, take it as you will, but I do think versatility in the field can potentially affect his defensive stats. We'll see what SDS does. But he's been a stellar player for the Reds, and I think he's a guy that says, hey, 76, you could see him get upgrades across the board in certain compartments here, and he could be a guy that goes up. And I think that's, again, a low-risk, high-reward kind of guy. He's only 86 stubs. I like it. I like it right there. Let's talk about, let's go to Washington. Let's go to Lane Thomas, currently a 104, highest paid price player on the Nationals, best player on the Nationals, a 76 overall. Again, another guy I feel like low risk, high reward here if you're stocking up on a cheap guys. And again, guys go gold like this, it seems like a cheap guy, but I mean, you buy 50 of them, it's 50K, right? 50 of them, 50K, 5K price you're putting into it. Again, low risk there. I think you could sell it for, even if he doesn't get an upgrade, you're talking 125, 130. Nonetheless, Lane Thomas, 6 home runs, 15 RBIs, 301 in the last month, 14 home runs, 297 average on the season. So he's been solid. He's been very solid. And I like what he's been doing. And you look at a guy and you say, again, where are they going to upgrade and downgrade him? You find a way. You find a way when the guys are hitting well like that. Again, I'm worried about the fielding. Always worried about the fielding when they're bronze common. But guys find a ways to get diamonds, especially guys that hit well, especially this time of season. Again, I think it's a weak roster update where, again, it's very possible we could see them reach for some potential guys. I think they have to reach for a guy to go diamond. I think it'd be weird if they came out and gave us a roster update and there was nobody that went diamond. For that reason, I think they're going to scour this list and they're going to find somebody. They might deserve it, might not deserve it. Maybe Louis Robert. Again, maybe Corbin Carroll does get it. I'm looking at Michael Harris. Michael Harris struggled really badly to start this season. But he was a diamond going into this season. He's a diamond fielder. He's got a lot of speed. He just needs to figure out the hitting. Michael Harris is batting .435 in the last 2 weeks. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, couple stolen bags. That is huge for this guy. And if there's a guy I think they can say, let's bounce him back to the diamond, maybe surprise some people, it's Michael Harris. And again, you can buy him for nothing, $1,015. If he's not a good buy now, he's a good investment for 3 weeks down the road. If you're a believer in this young Braves team, because he's going to continue to hit like that, he's eventually going to get that diamond. He's been there, he'll do it again. Let's talk about a guy I think is currently a diamond, could potentially see an upgrade in his overall. And really, it's the guy I feel most confident about, if I'm being honest here. 86s. Did we pass the 86s? Must have passed the 86s up. That's embarrassing. No, where are the 86s at? Let's talk about it. Did I miss it? I'm not good with this. This is why we search by team. Felix. Oh, we're gonna look you up. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. I apologize for making this video longer than it should be. But we're going over to the Orioles. We're going over to Felix Bautista. Currently 4K. Currently 86 overall. Currently the best closer in baseball. This guy's striking out literally 2 per 9 innings. Just a smidge over 2 Ks per 9 innings. We'll be technical about it. 36 innings pitched, 36.2 innings pitched, 74 Ks. He's been lights out in the pen. 1.23 ERA, 0.95 whip. He's got 22 saves. He's been stellar and dominant. And you look for guys like that. He had a good last season. He's having a stellar this season. I mean, I see a guy getting a +2, possibly a +3 here. Some room for improvement. Buy on the sell now price and try to sell him for a little bit higher in a quick sell. We'll see. Love to get his thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.